I haven't forgotten our series, Presidents and Civil Rights. I haven't forgotten. There are 50 presidents, so we'll be doing this one for a long time. Yeah. Today, let's discuss Grover Cleveland, who I forgot was actually a president. Yeah. He's the first president to serve non-consecutive terms. He became the 22nd president when he served from 1885 to 1889, and then he was the 24th president when he served from 1893 to 1897. Cleveland was born in Caldwell, New Jersey. He was one of 9 children to a Presbyterian minister. After clerking in a law firm in Buffalo, New York, he was admitted to the bar in 1859 and soon entered politics as a member of the Democratic Party. In 1863, he became Assistant District Attorney of Erie County, New York, and from 1870 to 1873, he served as county sheriff. Cleveland was elected mayor of Buffalo in 1881 and governor of New York in 1882. And then in 1885, he becomes the 22nd president of the United States. Politically, Cleveland aligned with the Democratic Party. He had an aversion to Republicans like Abraham Lincoln. Remember, during this time, the Democratic Party was, well, the party of slavery. Let's talk civil rights and blacks. As governor of New York, Cleveland signed a bill that would retain the colored schools separate and distinct from the whites, segregation, in New York City. The bill's intent was to block the New York City public schools from consolidating the black and white schools, and Governor Cleveland approved it when it was strongly urged before, what did he say? He said, when it was strongly urged before me that separate schools were of much more benefit to the colored people than mixed schools. That's how they justified segregation a lot of time. They'd be like, it's better for the black people if they were segregated. That's how they would justify it. Yeah. Continuing on. For most of his first term as president, Cleveland was more concerned with preventing Congress from granting privileges to special interests than with pursuing his own legislative agenda. Cleveland, like a growing number of Northerners and nearly all white Southerners, believed that Reconstruction had been a failed experiment. He was unwilling to use federal power to enforce the 15th Amendment, which guaranteed voting rights to blacks. Though Cleveland appointed no black Americans to patronage jobs, he allowed Frederick Douglass to continue in his post as Recorder of Deeds in Washington, D.C., and appointed another black man who had escaped slavery via the Underground Railroad to replace Douglass upon his resignation. Cleveland agreed with white Southerners in their reluctance to treat black people as social and political equals, and made special efforts to reach out to Democrats and former Confederates in the South to assure them that they had a friend in the White House. Grover Cleveland did not interfere with the Jim Crow system of segregation prevalent in the South. Ironically, Cleveland greatly admired Booker T. Washington, or maybe not ironically. Booker T. Washington was a black leader and founder of the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. But in all honesty, a lot of whites really admired Booker T. Washington. You see, Washington had given a speech telling blacks to prioritize vocational training and economic self-reliance over immediate demands for social and political equality. Although it's possible to do both, right? Anyways, After the speech, Cleveland told Washington, "Your words cannot fail to delight and encourage all who wish well for your race."